And so, obviously you kind of said, what you thought was harder was time. What's some advice you would give to someone new? You're still a year and a half in the industry and you're doing some crazy things. And I want people to realize this. And this is something that probably happens to you, and it definitely happened to me and still happens to me. Like, you see what we done, that's not the norm. Yeah. It's not the norm. Like, don't watch what I've done or what he's doing or Dylan's doing and being like, oh, I'm going to start real estate. Yeah. And that's what's going to happen. Start watching, So that's the funny thing. People just think that it's so easy. I'm like, it's very hard. But so what's some of the advice you would give to a brand new agent?
Don't get discouraged. I think, like I said, I didn't do well until I went full time because I got laid off and COVID hit and all that. But I got my license in September of 2019. I did one deal until I think May of 2020. So, I mean, that's like 6 months I didn't really make a penny, and at the brokerage I was with, my one deal, I made less than minimum wage when you factored out time, you know, because the splits were just a killer. Advice would just be, don't get discouraged, and you can't just work 2 hours a day and think that you're going to get paid the big bucks. You got to treat it as 9 to 5. And I totally understand when we have agents that are in the transition phase from part-time real estate to full-time. They say, you need to do your best. So if you really want to be a full-time realtor and you really want to make good money, you have to do your best to still work 40 hours a week despite your part-time job. That's how you're going to get a couple deals under your belt where you can leave your part-time job and just focus on real estate completely. But it's just hard work. I mean, don't get discouraged and just keep working hard and expect to not get paid for the first 6 months. I mean, easily. I didn't. Dylan didn't.
Yeah. I think too many people realize, you got to have some cash to do this. You got to have to plan on having some cash. And that's something I always tell people, if you're broke now, don't get into real estate. Yeah. If you're not making it, if you have no money right now, do not try to become a realtor thinking you're going to make quick cash. It's going to cost you way more money. And I'm the worst person to talk to about getting into real estate. Because I've watched so many people get into this industry, blow $3-4 grand to get in, get their business cards, get their photo shoots, and then they're out, a year later they're out because they can't make enough money, or their significant other can't handle their job, because this job's demanding.
Oh, extremely.
Especially when you're new. I mean, it cost my engagement, 5 years ago. It's hard, and you have to hard commit to it if you want this to work. Yeah. And and I think that's the biggest thing that people have to realize is that it's nothing. It's just hard work. Do you feel like it's super important to people to figure out, what brokerage to go to or what team to join?
Extremely. If I would have gone to the correct team the first time, I'd probably be even further ahead than I am now. The first team I was with, again, I did one deal in 7 months, and it was terrible.
And I think that's the thing that people don't realize. They don't care. They're not going to call you and be like, hey, why aren't you showing up today? We're all independent contractors. Yeah. You know what I mean? They really don't care if you do deals or don't.
No, it doesn't make a difference to them.
They don't make any difference. And then if you pop one off or pop two off, they're planning on you to make 1 or 2 deals a year.
Make an extra 10 grand off.
Make an extra 10 grand off each agent, and then they're golden.
Oh, yeah. They're sitting pretty. And
so are you guys coaching right now? Do you guys coach with anyone? You and Dylan, or no?
Do we have coaches?
Yeah, do you coach with Tom or Mike or?
No.
Yeah,
I think I've definitely thrown it back and forth, especially I threw the idea back and forth before I was doing well. Mm-hmm. Since then, I haven't thought about it much. I've just been so busy, and I feel like there's not enough time in the day to do the production and to keep up with what I'm doing now. Not saying coaching's a bad idea. It's just not something that I'd be super excited to do.
Yeah. So are you guys doing anything to kind of grow? Or do you guys read books or watch a lot of YouTube videos, or is there anywhere you guys are trying to grow that you could maybe say that you're doing that's kind of helped you? Not even just right now, but just while you were when you guys first started and all that, were you guys reading books or watching videos or learning? Or
mine was YouTube videos. Yeah. So when I first started, I picked up I think $120,000 lead from Realtor.com.
Nice.
In Palm Springs.
Nice.
And I don't think I'd done really any deals yet. Yeah. So I was like, got to do it. So I on my little dashboard, I put my phone and listened to YouTube videos of how to get started as a real estate agent. And one popped up about Facebook ads. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. You pick your own budget. So that I didn't get the deal. Drove 4 hours to but there and back to Palm Springs. Didn't make any money off of it. But came home, created a Facebook ad, and got my first listing probably like 3 months later from the ad. So I mean there's always room to grow. There's always room to learn, and that's something that honestly I should probably start again. Is I should make more time instead of listening to music between appointments or in the car. I should probably start listening to more podcasts.
That's why my goal is to read 45 books this year. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of books.
Yeah, it's a lot of books.
Yeah, it's a lot of books.
I'm at 30. I have 39 to go. So, and that's the problem too, because when I first got started, I was like into Gary and Grant and Joshua Smith and all these guys, and I was consuming so much content, and then like I got too busy. Right. I got so busy where now I'm like, all right, like I'm good. Like I like fell off, and now I'm like trying to trying to ramp back up again.